Right, more than a few of you have asked me about my wiring. Some on social media, one on YouTube. Right, to start with, my points are operated by PCU1s. I have 3 of them and I have 54 points on this layout. And the reason I've done this is I joined my local model railway club and they have boxes full of wires where, don't get me wrong, people do what's right for them, but they never seem to work. They were always had circuit testers in there, this was wrong, that was wrong, and I wanted a model railway, not an electricians club. But as I say, everybody does what's right for them, and these are easy, and they're done in a logical manner. So this box here, this operates the station, and what I'll do is I'll position the camera and I'll show you exactly how it works. Now basically how the points work, they're in sections of 6. So you've got PCU 1 to 6. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6. 1 to 6. Then you've got 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6, and 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4. I think I've missed one. I've missed one down the end, but they all go down logically. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And it's easy. Absolutely easy, and I'll see if I can demonstrate them actually working. You might not be able to see them unless you're watching this on a TV, but I'll see if I can demonstrate the first 6 so you can see exactly what's going on. If I zoom it in a bit, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy, and it's all logical, it's easy, and basically it's the same all around the board how that works. With the 3, they just work back, and it's a doddle. That's how it works for my points. Now my track wiring, all the joins between the different tracks have insulators, pico bits of plastic, so there is no chance of any power seeping through to where I don't want it to go. Because if you can fry an analog controller with digital power. So that's basically how I've overcome that, and there are all the crossovers and where the curve points are, where they may meet. Obviously I haven't had to do it in the sidings because they're all insulfrog. Now this is a bit that's pretty cool, how I've wired the switches up here. Now what these are is they isolate in the middle position. So what I have is for analog is up, digital is down. Now if I want to run, I've got wires going to various parts of the track in between where they're insulated. So if I want to run analog, I tend to use the right hand control on one of the boxes and I flick all these. They're all up, they're analog. So A means analog. So basically what that means is there's power going to the whole track if I want to run it all on analog. It's not being used on the inner circuit where it's connected, so it's off. So that's how that works. This one here is digital only, and that only has wires being powered up to Hornby's box wagon that makes a sound, so I can run that on digital on its own. Now if I want to run it digital all over the track, I just bash them all down and that covers everywhere, and obviously there's no power going to anything analog because the analog's not switched on, it's isolated. Now if I want to run 2 analog tracks separately, just like that, but I don't connect any of the others, because what will happen is you then get a situation where it shorts. It's as simple as that. And obviously I can't use points crossovers because it will not work. It's as simple as that. It will not work. Even though it won't short out because of the isolators, it will not work when you're running two transformers. Now, if I want to run one track analog and one digital, so say I want to run the outer track on digital, I just go like that, D for digital, and that's it, simple. And I can run the inner on analog. Obviously I can't use points crossovers, and it can only run that part of the track, and vice versa. So I can run the inner on digital and I can run the outer on analog. That's easy. And these here are just for isolating in the fiddle yard. It's that simple as far as that is concerned. It's simple wiring. Obviously, when you be careful if you decide to do something like this, wire everything up separately, because electricity can follow itself back where you don't want it to be, basically. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Now, what I have here is where the farmyard is, and you've got a loop there, is I can run that separately on analog, and here I'll just flick this, and that's it. It's as simple as that. Digital, I don't need to do it because that's controlled from the other side, and it's that simple. So I can run that on analog on its own, so I can have all three sections going on analog on their own, because they have to be separate. Obviously with digital, because you're using one controller, you've just got to hot wire the whole lot, and it's that easy, and I haven't blown anything up yet. Now what I'll try and do here is show you how it works. So if I do the outer analog, put the power on, and you can see, hopefully, the red light of the power on the track. Hopefully you can see the red light lighting up. Let's go in a bit. And that's what I always do. And you will see here, there's no seepage of power. Now if I want to run digital, I put the digital on, put the inner track on digital, flicked it straight away, and you can see the power come on. And there's the digital on. See, so you've got one side digital, and you can see there's more power because it's brighter, it looks different, one side analog. Simple as that. And I want to turn them off. There you go. That's simple. Then obviously if I want to run analog, I've turned the digital off, I put the analog on, turn the power up, and there you go, analog. And it is so simple. I see people do this really complicated stuff, and I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? It's easy. And I hope I've demonstrated how simple it is. But the important thing is, when you're setting something up, let's put it on analog again, the outer track, is that you go round with one of these and have it on both analog and digital, and make sure you don't need to mess around with a bloody circuit tester. Just one of these, I think they're about £4, and you run it round the track, and you make sure you've got the power turned right up, and you can see when I'm turning it up and down here, you make sure you wind it up and make sure you've got no power seepage. But it's more important when you're running digital to make sure of that, because a digital power will burn out your transformer. And there you go, you've got digital there. You see, I've turned the digital on, turn it off, and you can see that goes off, and you can see there's zero power seepage. And that's the most important thing. So when you've done it, if you do something like this, make sure you've got no power seepage. Go round the whole layout and check everything. Otherwise you have blown up your analog transformer. It's that simple. And yeah, as I say, if I want to run everything digital, I just liven up the whole layout. Simple as that. Simple. Covers everything. And as I say, if I want an analog and digital, inner loop digital, outer log analog, vice versa, or run them both analog. It's as simple as that. But the most important thing is that you don't cross feed anything. Otherwise it's the end of your transformer and the end of your locos. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Thank you for watching.